Hey folks, so we're gonna look at some mining cards. You can see I'm doing a little mining here. Got more stuff at the house, but where I'm at, this is what we're doing. Um, so let's start with the RX 580 and just look at prices there, what it's currently going for. Now, ideally, you'd go with the 8 gig, but you can see you can pick one of these up right at 289. I actually picked up one for 250. So potentially, because Bitcoin and everybody's going up, so are the prices here. Um, Not the best card in the world to mine on. The 8 gig would do you a lot better. But is it worth it when this whole crypto thing, something's going to happen to crypto eventually, you know? The mining aspect, whether it's government regulation, currency itself drops in price. It won't always be positive, right? So is this really a good card to get? For resale value, even if this thing drops, you figure you're going to be able to get half your money back. So if you can mine for long enough to at least get half of that, everything else after that's, maybe not profit, but you're doing good at that point. Now, obviously, cards like this, hopefully you're getting close to $2 a day. So you can just do the math and see how long it's going to take you to recoup. So these cards are not, super exciting. Let's look at something recently new that come out, RX 6600 XT. These are going for 600 plus. Now I ended up buying a gigabyte. I believe it was this guy right here. I didn't necessarily buy it from this guy, but it's actually a little cheaper than the one I bought. Just this is brand new. 614. Yeah, you're gonna get somewhere over $2, maybe 222. It's gonna take, almost a whole year to pay that off. But these are, relatively low wattage. And resale value on this thing, I would expect will be pretty good. The crypto market would have to really crap out for you not to at least be able to sell this for a good portion of what you paid for it. 6700 XT. This is, and we're talking nice hash. Most of this video, nice hash. These are mining close to $3 a day. 820. So I've seen, not this card, but the XFX Speedster, I think it's called, for 820 on Amazon, which would be a better place to buy than here. Just because, obviously, hopefully you're getting a warning. Probably not getting a warning. This is open box. But, 820. Once again, a good portion of a year to get your money back. These RTX 3060s, I have 2 of them. One of them, I believe, is LHR. Any other I got through the EVGA website back before they were doing LHR. So I have one good one and one not so good one. But regardless, they are both, around $3 a day. Pretty much the same price as well, this is a good price, folks, if that's accurate. Let's go in here. Wow. This guy must feel bad. Oh, $30 shipping, right? So, it looks like a great price until you see that shipping cost. But that's not bad. 680. So I got one of mine for $6.99. Obviously, this is going to take over 200 days, probably closer to 250, I bet, to get your return on investment. But that is a good price, and it looks like a legit seller. Might as well open this one up. Even this guy's legit. Now, where those were new, this is used, 665. He obviously was not that happy with it. So this guy does have it advertised as LHR. So this is very similar to the model I got, I believe, but mine is not the LHR model. So yeah, probably not a bad graphics card gaming. This will maintain some value, even if crypto craps out. Probably not a bad one to pick. It's going to do better if crypto craps out than an RX 580, right? Better gaming performance. So there'll still be a need for it. RTX 3060 Ti. Let me just see something here. Make sure we're still recording. Now this is a card I'm looking to buy, folks. Let's see if this is a good deal. Octavius 533 has got good feedback. These eventually are going to drop a lot more, I think. I have yet to check one of my LHR cards to see. C749 plus 12 bucks. Basically 762. If this is really getting close to $3, 250 days at least, right, to get your money back. 20 years on eBay. Wow. That's probably what I've been on there. But yeah, not too bad. This is worth considering. Well, actually, I say worth considering. This is definitely worth considering. That's the 3060 Ti, so you're almost getting RTX 3070 gaming performance, and then mining-wise, over $3 a day. Yeah, yours truly's falling asleep at the wheel, folks. That guy is worth potentially up to $367 a day. How do you get that? You're probably not going to get that out of the box. Might have to do some tinkering, but this at least is potentially going to get you your return on investment in 200 days. A little over 200 days, but not too bad. Not bad at all. Let's look at the 3070. $3070s. So problem with these, so many of these are bogus. This is bogus. This one's been on here forever. They need to delete this. And then they mix the 3060s in here. So eventually you get to a 3070. Russia, not buying it. This guy, I believe, is probably legit. Nope. Well, 0, right? Now, can you trust this person? This would be better if you lived in California and you bought this from this guy. I don't know if I'd trust it. Now, this is what's amazing. You go from that guy to a TI versus a 0. But if you lived in Pittsburgh, New York, this would be a good deal. But realistically, here is your first legit 3070. And he says new. He's got it installed. He's obviously using it, probably mining on it. Doesn't really tell you a whole lot in the description. It's a gigabyte. So this doesn't even look legit, folks. He could barely type in the whole name of it. Maybe this one. 1100. So I got one of these for $550 off EVGA. And hopefully I'll get some more. I incorrectly bought LHR models. Great for gamers. I opened up each one to test. You pick. Interesting. This guy was able to get 10 LHR cards, and I'm sure he jacked up the price quite a bit. All right. So then we're going to come back and do the 2060, 2070s. What we got left? We're looking for the 3080. Now I do have a 3080. So $13.99. I paid $14.49 for the one I bought. I think it's MSI though, but it probably is it should be an LHR. So eventually we'll get on this channel, talk about what I'm really making on them. 3080 Ti. I bought a Zotac one of this off their website, $16.99. Amazing thing about the Zotac website is they don't actually charge you tax. They do sometimes charge you for a high price of shipping. So I bought 3 cards off their site, and one charged me no shipping or tax, and the other 2 charged me, excuse me, had a yawn there, 2 of them charged me actual shipping costs, which was pretty high. Now, where do we go here? It can only be the 3090. So 3090, where is the first legit 3090? Probably this one. Maybe one feedback, probably not. I'd like to get one of these eventually, but you know, 3080 Ti is probably good enough, right? Let's go look at the RTXs. Let me see something here. Make sure we're still recording. So, you know, we could drop down to 2060. And I have one of these and the Super, but yeah, around $500. Occasionally you'll see an HP one cheaper. Probably not the best quality though. But yeah, $500, $550. Now this card's gonna get somewhere over $2, close to $250 a day, I believe. Somewhere between $2 and $250, but you know, you can tell by that 200, 250 days. Get your money back. Now the Super, I have a Super. I've been pretty happy with it. Of course, I paid $300 for it. It's amazing when you get these things, you know, when crypto was not doing that great. Mining wasn't as popular. You know, you got these cards for less than the MSRP, I believe. I believe I got this for $300. Zotac Mini. It's close to paying for itself already. It'll be my first card that pays for itself, I'm sure. Except maybe actually the GTX 1080. I paid 175, 190 somewhere in there. And so in 100 days, that one paid for itself too. So there are some cards. GTX 1660 Super that I have, 80 days it paid for itself. I got it for 160 on eBay. So those are the good news stories, right? Or do we hit search? Looking for a legit one. Yeah, see, this is what amazes me. 674, right? 690, 700. So why would you pay that when, let's see, why would you pay that when you can buy the 2070 for right around the same price? And if you're even, I won't say luckier, but you potentially could, well, this didn't show a real good deal, but I got one for $749. So that range of $50, why not spend that and get the 2080, right? It's going to make probably close to $1 more a day than the 2060. So that's pretty good. Now, of course, you can just look for the ones in between too. There's a lot of cards: 2060, 2060 Super, 2070, 2070 Super, 2080, 2080 Super, and 2080 Ti. So we'll look at all those. I eventually will probably add one of these. So even this guy, this is a little faster than the 2070 Super. We already did the 2060, sorry. 2070. So most of these, seem suspicious, but then, $700. So once again, why not spend a little more, get the 2080, get the 2080 Super, and then of course, one of the other ones I'm pretty proud of, 2080 Ti, which is still one heck of a graphics card. I got mine for $1079 off of Zotac's website, and it was an open box or whatever with a 2-year warranty. So that was pretty good. Happy with that purchase, folks. Very happy. Let's make sure we're still recording. Okay. All right, so we've covered all of these guys. Now these are still, booming pretty good. Where do we go next? Let's start with GTX 1060, which I have. Then I've got one of those fixed miners. Now, 3 giggers is not going to get you a whole lot of money. I have something like this. Not going to get you a whole lot of money. Low power draw. But you need a lot of them. Need a lot of them to get something out of it. So we go to 6 gig. Occasionally you'll see a pretty good deal in here, less than $300 on one of these. You know, what are they making? Dollar something a day. Not going to get rich off of 1060, but if you had a bunch of them, you know, not too bad. Not bad at all. You should expect, you know, close to $1.50 a day with one of these guys. So $200 return on your investment. You know, relatively cheap way to get into mining. But it's going to take a while. And the resale value of these if the market crashes. I bought mine for $100. We are closing in on paying for it. I wasn't using to mine it. Now it's being used to mine. So now if we jump up 1070, these are still worthwhile. You can still make okay money. Almost $2 a day on one of these. So I mean, you know, compared to the 1060, this is a better deal. And sometimes you'll see these exactly $350. Let's see it right now, but this one's pretty close, right? Depending on where you are from this person, you may see this for $350. Not too bad. There's the TI, 1070 Ti, which if you can get it for the same price, why not get it, right? It's going to produce a little bit more. Still decent for gaming. And 487. Yeah, about 450. I, you know, used to see these for 400 not long ago, so. And you got the 1080. I got one of these. Can't say I'm super impressed with it for mining, but clean tested. Is this legit? That can't be legit for 265. Now this makes you wonder, where'd all these Chinese cards go that they were talking about, you know, when they had to shut down operations? Where did they end up going? So this is hanging. Must not be in existence. So yeah, I paid I think $175 for mine. And if I see it, I have an EVGA, which, yeah, basically it's this one, $475. It would take well over 200 days to pay this card off. Now the TI, this is a decent card. Still for gaming, mining. You bet. $650 range. So these are getting close to $3 a day. That's still going to take over $200. Now, of course, all these have seen a lot of gaming, or they have seen a lot of mining. So, is this really a good card to consider? Probably not, right? Of course, you got the, you know, the Titan. Different types of Titans available. We're not looking at the 6 gig. Titan X maybe, you know. $500. So that actually seems like a good price. Except for it's only pulling about 166 a day. So not so great from that aspect. So yeah, some other Titans in here. Nothing spectacular. You know, other cards we didn't talk about. Not really the 980. You could make almost nothing on these things. 38 cents a day if you're lucky. So that would take you an ungodly amount of time to make up the money on that. But if you had one sitting around, it was long ago these were going for, you know, a little over $100, right? 980 Ti. This is probably the, you know, the first card that's available that's, you know, actually making a little bit of money. $1 a day. Anything less than $1 is kind of a joke, right? Unless you're using solar power. Some of these cards you could make more if you had solar power, like a 1063 gigabyte or the R9 380. So this thing must be broke. Oh, 99 people watching it, so nobody's hit the button to buy. So yeah, pretty much gonna take you 345 days to get your money back. Is it worth it? Eh. So I have the 2080 Ti, the 3080 Ti. Eventually I might go back and get the 980 Ti and the 1080 Ti, just to round out the channel. Not necessarily for mining, but for the gaming. But, you know, why not do the same thing here? Have all these cards and let you guys know what they're currently making. We can run through these all day long. Now, 1050 Ti. I have a 1050, a 1050 Ti. This is making, you know, 72 cents, 55 cents after electric. And, you know, it wasn't long ago these things were going for $100. And sometimes the 1050, you know, was less than 100. Now, $200. So it would take you a good 400 days to pay this off. So that's quite a while, folks. Let's just make sure we're still recording. All right, so what else? Yeah, 1050 Ti, barely worth it. You know, if it's going to take 400 days. So you can just imagine, you know, a 1050, regular 1050 is probably not going to be worth it because you're only going to get maybe 51 cents a day off of that. You would need a lot of these to be profitable and get them really cheap. So maybe 169, 170, 180. Yeah, not worth it. Of course, you can go back and look at RX 470s, 480s, 8 gigs. Really, this is, you know, for NVIDIA, most of the old stuff that would work. Now, what do we have on the high end of AMD before we go back and look at the old?